How goes it all? Welcome back to Patterson L Properties. Hopefully, you guys having a great and exceptional day. All right, don't forget Patterson L Properties. We wholesale real estate in the DMV area and the Pennsylvania area, specifically in Reading, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and all that, all those specific areas within an hour radius there. So check us out and go from there. All right, now this subject matter isn't talked about enough, in my personal opinion, when it comes to real estate investments, family. Maintaining and growing financial reserves in order to sustain your real estate investment business. Heck, not working hard to maintain financial reserves in life for everyday working people is basically about an economic killer, and most people know that. Most people can't even afford a $200-300 bill, and in today's world, it's just normal to have a $3,000 to $5,000 bill when it comes to your car repairs, home repairs, et cetera, medical issues, et cetera, and so forth. Because in life situations like car repairs, home repairs, and medical issues, and having access to capital, i.e., credit cards and cash reserves, has always been a must in life. And owning rental properties is a must, especially when HVAC and roof issues take place, any sort of plumbing issues take place. According to the article that I read the other day, there are a few key components to consider. Let's explore each one of them. All right. Now, number one, age of the home. This should be obvious, but generally speaking, older homes require more maintenance. The chance of, and this is due to the article that I read the other day in regards to these specific situations. The chance of furnace replacement is almost nil in a new home, but could be a much more likely in an older home. The overall condition of the home when you purchase a rental property, and the inspection obviously is a must. Take note of the age of your major components: HVAC, roofing, plumbing, etc., electrical, etc., and so forth. The older the component, the sooner it will need to be replaced, so prepare accordingly. Number three, vacancy history. Again, vacancy is expensive and true cash flow killer. Some questions to consider here: is the home easy to rent? Do residents in your area have a track record for staying for multiple years? That's always a plus in my personal opinion. That's why I like investing in Pennsylvania, because people do. They don't move around as much as people do in the DMV area. For example, if you buy a home in an area filled with college students, you should expect high turnover rate. Very much so. That's why I would never want to get into that business. If you buy a home in an area known for retirees or known for great school systems, you may have less turnover. Hence, Reading, Pennsylvania. Hence, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And me, myself, I have learned the hard way that you need to keep at least 30 to 70 grand in reserves or more if possible. Plus, having as many credit cards, especially business credit cards, as possible, because you never know when the time will come when you have to spend 5 to 10 grand on a project or more. The article stated this: there are a couple of different thoughts on how much you'll need in reserves. Number one, percentage of rent. This is a popular method for determining reserves amount, and it's super simple to calculate. Depending on the three factors noted above, you may choose to set your reserve somewhere between 20 to 40% of annual rent collected. Let's assume that you have a newer home and it's located in an award-winning school system. The home rents for $2,000 per month. In this case, you may choose to reserve as little as $4,800 per month. If you have an older home with mechanicals and major systems that are older as well, it's located in an area full of young people who are close to home ownership, and rents is about $1,500 a month. In this case, you may choose to reserve $7,200. Number two, X number of monthly rent and reserves. This is a very popular method for setting reserves. In this case, the investor simply chooses the appropriate number of monthly rent payments and places that amount in reserves. For example, if the home rents for $1,000 per month, the investor wants to reserve 6 months for rent, they will place $6,000 in reserves. Again, the investor should use the three factors noted above to set the right reserve limits. The general rule of thumb is that somewhere between 3 to 6 months of rent is appropriate. Just like it's the same thing when you are a regular working person, you want to have up to 3 to 6 months, if not more so. A lot of times they say up to 10 months, 12 months of your annual salary saved, or at least of your bills. You know, you want to have that kind of money saved up, because you never know when something might happen. But for a lot of people, this never happened because they live in a very expensive area, because they don't have the income, or they live way beyond the means, so they'll never be able to see a lot of money saved in their reserves, or even have invested in specific assets. So it is what it is. But that's all I have for today. Like I said, a real quick video before I take my trip out of here. So do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live like a fool. Take